controls me, it keeps me so close. You've got me wrapped around your fingers with that little bit of hope. I'm trying hard not to let it show. I'm trying hard to act like I still have control. I'm trying hard to not let you believe that your words have some type of spell on me. And I don't wanna play, I don't wanna play, I don't wanna play this little power game. Cause every time you come around showing me love, I just give right in. So I guess you, the way you ghost me controls me. It keeps me so close. You've got me wrapped around your fingers with that little bit of hope. The way you ghost me controls me. It keeps me so close. You've got me wrapped around your fingers with that little bit of hope. I can't tell if you want me back, but I can tell that you like playing with my head. When I give you what you want, what you say you need, but you keep on ignoring, keep ignoring me. Fuck a text, fuck a call, fuck this all. Now I've got trust issues and it's all yours. The way you ghost me controls me. It keeps me so close. You've got me wrapped around your fingers with that little bit of hope. The way you ghost me controls me. It keeps me so close. You've got me wrapped around your fingers with that little bit of hope. String me along, baby. Ha, go ahead and act like nothing's wrong, baby. But I know what you're up to. You tell me that you want me, then you tell me that's untrue. Oh, you want honesty? Well, honestly, I'm a fucking idiot for how you've been treating me. And I drop everything, hoping for a fresh start. But blondes in high heels will always have my heart. I'm a sucker. Ooh, I fall right in, cause when we fuck, we make it up and then we do it all again. You ghost me, controls me. It keeps me so close. You've got me wrapped around your fingers with that little bit of hope. The way you ghost me controls me. It keeps me so close. You've got me wrapped around your fingers with that little bit of hope. I wanna make love to you, baby. I wanna make love to you, baby. I just wanna get down, get down, get down, get down with you, baby. I wanna make love to you, baby. I wanna make love to you, baby. I just wanna get down, get down, get down, get down with you, baby. This ain't the loving that you're used to, no. This is kind of a distraction, yeah. I thought you on my fingertips were sleeping around. This is the kind of situation that I want right now. I just want to rip your fucking clothes off. I'm about to rip your fucking clothes off. I wanna make love to you, baby. I wanna make love to you, baby. I just wanna get down, get down, get down, get down with you, baby. I wanna make love to you, baby. I wanna make love to you, baby. I just wanna get down, get down, get down, get down with you, baby. L-O-V-E, it's another word I don't wanna fall for. L-O-V-E, that's another word that I will fucking fall for. I just wanna F-U-C-K. I just wanna get down, baby.
welcome to All Girls Alliance, where we're gonna sit here and cry. Oh, Amanda, you're muted. And today we have with us, we're super, super excited because we have the last part to Girl Let's Agree to Disagree. We have Hannah Claire. I'm gonna add her here.
Hello. Hi.
We're sorry.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes. Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We're sorry you have to be on right now when we're really sad.
I know. I can't believe I really thought it was going to go with Davon's way. I really did. I believed it, and I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up because what have I been shown this whole season? Disappointment.
2020 fashion.
It's just...
We
have a lot to talk about. So
So sad.
But yeah, we're upset. This might not be a super fun stream today. I don't know. But okay. So we obviously I know, it was so close. We had to say goodbye to Kaser.
I know. That was so bummed. Like, I'm just bummed. I'm just so freaking bummed. I was trying to be positive. I thought we were going to have something good today.
Me too.
Well, and there was that little bitty second where I think Kaser thought that, like, Julie was telling him that he was going back in, and I was like,
Poor
wait,
choice
what?
of words.
I was like, you just told him all of this information. Like, at this point, though, I'd be like, okay, like, screw the morals of the game. Just go. Like, just go and mess it up.
Send him in with everything. I don't care.
I got so pumped. I was like, we voted Kaser, and I was like, when did we vote?
I know. That's exactly what I did. I was like, wait, I missed it.
They just tallied up our tweets, and that was it.
The one time that they respected baby Twitter. Yeah, no, well then that, and then at the beginning of the episode, right before the first commercial break, she was like, right after this, the live vote. She didn't say eviction.
Yeah, I did.
I was losing my mind. I was like, oh my god, the BB basement's gonna save us.
I think Julie knows, though. Like, I think Julie knows what Twitter will, like, cling to and just messes with us. Like, I think she does this on purpose. It is what it is. She can do it. She's got us, like, in the palm of her hand, and she knows it, so.
Yep.
She's clinching onto this, like, 6-person alliance, but Memphis and Christmas are not in the core 4.
Nope.
No.
So it's like, why does she keep on pushing this narrative? Like, why? Because Memphis made the group, like, so what?
No, it's because it's the only one of the 6-person alliances that was shown on the show. That's the only one that they showed like the edit of. Was the the committee? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
And I think that she too, like, is just trying to, like, get a rise out of them because I think no one else they would be like that surprised. I think they're just like with Janelle and Kaser. I think she just wants to be like, oh hey, your old school buddy like did this to you, and she just wants to get a reaction. But I don't know. The people that just watch the show have no idea what's happening right now. Like, what's actually happening? It's crazy.
Every season. But
right?
It's so frustrating. But I mean, this HOH, so like there was only a couple people I didn't want to win HOH. That was obviously Nicole and Danny, Memphis, and Christmas, just because like I don't know what she's gonna do.
Such a wild card.
Oh, I think she's gonna do Davon and Bailey.
I think she's gonna do Day and Bay.
It's over. It's curtains for us. Let's just pack it up, hang it up.
No, because we have a BB basement, so we have one more time to be disappointed.
Yeah, and who's gonna win that? Memphis, Cody, and then we're just gonna be like, okay, what's happening?
No, in our luck, it's gonna be a damn like restaurant competition. Memphis is just gonna be like, okay, like this is it.
Well, so it's the one that's all in the dark, so we know David's not gonna win it because he fucked that one up last season.
Poor David. I think this might be like this thing we finally get a rise out of him. Maybe he'll be like, fuck, they don't like me.
Yeah.
Because he was hold on. Oh, I was gonna say he was way too trigger happy on that HOH. Like he just didn't care. He was just like, bam. I'm like, you shouldn't even
Yeah.
Well, when you have that high of an IQ, you don't have to think.
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
smarter than
like, you're just,
Einstein.
What are you
Like,
doing?
Literally.
you just do it. There's
Yeah.
no like regular people we have to process, and he doesn't.
No.
Yeah, it's because of his high credit.
He had this like smirk on his face when he was evicting Kaser that was like, I don't know what was going through his head. He was just like, oh yeah, like I'm on like I don't know what he was processing in his mind. Did he like, I want to know if like he thought maybe like, oh, they didn't say my name, like I'm good, because he also thinks that he's working with all those people.
Yeah.
Maybe like that's what he was thinking, like, oh yeah, I got away with that because they didn't say my name.
I just think I don't.
He's so cool. I love it.
He really is, and I mean, whatever. But like this, I think that this competition might be a little triggering for him because this is the comp basically. I mean, it's kind of in a different area, but this is basically the comp that he went out first in last year. This was the one. So,
do you think it's gonna be like the same way with like having a pass and going to like you choose if you're going to play?
No, because well, maybe, I don't know. No, because she said it was just this week. Like
She said 3 powers.
Yeah, but she made it sound like it was one comp. Like, I don't know. That we don't really know yet. So we'll see. But I'm just hoping that Davon gets it.
Jess is watching and she said, "Love you, ladies." That being said, I'm over today's episode. Aren't we all?
Same.
I can't believe that this has been going on for like over a month now, and like nothing has happened.
It's insane.
The biggest thing that has happened was Kaser's on his speech on the way out,
and the banner plane and the wall yeller that
which they're not even going to address that.
They didn't even acknowledge.
They're not going to acknowledge it, but can we acknowledge the faces that were made as Kaser was making his exit? Like,
Evan's face was gold.
The bitterness. Oh my God. I've never seen it.
For Danny, out of all people, to say the words disrespectful
and classless, tasteless. Oh my God. I was losing it.
Fucking nerve of the frickin' woman.
It was just, these people, like, I think that is the difference between, like, these older players and these newer players, is these newer ones just take it so personally. And it's like, damn, like, he was just trying to make some kind of waves because, like, they know that nothing's happening either. Like, y'all are all just chilling. And somebody in the comments just said there's more gameplay in the HOH comp. Yeah, because you can clearly see who thinks who is, like, working with each other. And so it's like, we see that these people know this, and it's just like, what are you going to do? Nothing. Like, nothing.
I was actually going to say that. So we were talking a little bit before we started, and, she was on a mission. Like, I think something happened today in the house. Like, I think something blew up today while the feeds were off and that we didn't see. But the way that she intently targeted Danny and Memphis and, Cody and Nicole and, those people, I think that lines were drawn during that comp, and I think it was really, really smart of them to put this competition in right now because there's nothing was happening. Yeah. And it showed so many people's cards, and I do think, one of the most frustrating things being the Davon fan has been her reads have been really off this season, but I think that just woke her up because she saw who was picking who. And so I think that's going to play a huge part this week. But, well, maybe not this week because Christmas. But
Are you shocked that Danny picked Davon and Bailey?
No.
I was just like, damn, you don't think how this looks. Like, you don't even process like how it blows my mind how it doesn't even cross the mind. But another thing I was going to say, my only hope with Christmas is maybe if Enzo can get in her ear. I don't think it would be a Bay Day nomination.
That's what
hopefully.
I was thinking too. That's why I said I don't think it's going to be because I think that she trusts Enzo more than she trusts Danny.
I think so too.
She's
hope so.
closer with Enzo than she
And
is
Tyler.
with anybody else in that alliance.
Yeah, Tyler
Yeah.
and Enzo would not put up. They would try to convince her not to do Bay and Day, but Danny and Nicole, possibly Cody, would try to convince her, and she might like weigh who's more than the other. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, a part of me wonders if Tyler and Enzo, are they willing to go to bat for Bailey and Davon? Or are they just going to let Jeff take Bailey? You know, like, I don't know if they are.
I think Tyler would.
I think
Tyler at
Enzo
least
would
is
too.
for Bailey. I think Tyler is for Bailey at least, and for that, I don't think he would put Davon right next, like put Davon either, like to prove that to Bailey. At least at this point, maybe later on. But I think Tyler, especially with like the conversations had this past week, like with the way you saw kind of him shutting down Danny's, like, oh, like that wasn't really a big deal. Like she shouldn't have been mad at you on your season, whatever. Like I think Tyler, if he can get in her ear, would not really push for a Bay Day thing. But hopefully I'm not wrong. Hopefully.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And I think that that more than that, I think that because so Enzo and Tyler, they trust Bailey and they like Bailey and they want to work with Bailey. And right now they know that if they have any hand in taking out Davon, that is not going to be an option for them going forward. So I think it's not even necessarily that they're going to be going to bat for Bay and Day this week. It's that they're going to be going to bat against Danny. So I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is that they are so dead set on Danny or Nicole going this week that they're going to be in Christmas's ear the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Christmas can be convinced of anything, you know.
Well, who in that core then is Christmas the least close to? Like, if we think about it, I don't see her putting up a Danny and a Nicole, but like,
I agree.
Who else in there? Like, would she turn on Cody? Would she turn on anybody else? Like, I wonder what she could be convinced of. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're going to Ian and Kevin nominations.
I think Ian's kind of close with Ian, though, isn't she?
Oh, he did. She did. Didn't who say? One of them saved each other. Ian saved her.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be going after Ian.
Yeah, the second I saw that the HOH set up, and of course Ian and Kevin are the first two people. What was that about? Thank you, Jasper. What was that about?
I mean, we know what it was about.
Randomly drawn.
That was not random.
That was not random. That was some bullshit.
It's like randomly drawn POV pics.
Yeah, like come on.
Oh, Tyler.
It's just
okay. I was wondering that. I'm like, do they ever just like stack it? They stack it with like 15 Tylers or 15 whoever they want to get it. Like they have to do that at some point, right? Like,
my thing is if you listen to the box, it sounds like there's like 4 things in there. Like it doesn't sound like there's enough.
They all say Tyler.
I don't know. That's been like one production thing that I'm always really I've always been really curious about is like how is the POV pick, because they switched from the wheel, which people said could be weighted because those are really easy to weight or magnetize, to the random draw, which I don't think is better.
No, because Tyler was good.
I mean, I guess, like, if you're, like, realistically, someone would have drawn a double name at some point, but it's fun. It's nice to think about. I feel like they do that.
But that's the thing, though, is we don't see POV player pick. Like, what's the reason for that being blocked off on the feeds? Like, that could so easily be edited.
I think we saw them on BBOTT.
Probably.
I think we did see them on there.
But yeah, I don't know. That's just something I'm curious about. Jess, can you weigh in? But yeah, I don't know. It's Tyler played, and I don't know. I'm just so hung up on Christmas HOH because I just really think I don't think that what we think is going to happen is going to happen. I don't think it's going to be a Bay and Day.
I'm expecting.
I should stop saying that. Actually.
better not be. You know what? And they were wearing that powerful yellow. Like they looked so
They were so
yellow. Pretty. They definitely planned that, and I was like, oh yes, yellow. That means they're gonna win.
They were so freaking close. They would have been fine if they weren't picked together, but of course,
Danny. On her face when she went up there with Bailey, I was like, oh my god, she's in it to win it. Like in it. She was not messing around. She got a little nervous in the last one, you could tell.
Yeah.
She's freaking out. That was her comp to win.
It's so frustrating. But okay, so aside from, I mean, the shit show that is this week and most of the season, like Hannah, you know, this is the first time we've gotten to talk to you. Like, what are your thoughts on this season, like as a whole so far? And like, who have you been rooting for? Has that changed? Like, where are you at with everything?
I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but I think it's really boring so far. And like, this is from someone, I mean, I just started watching last season, and the seasons I've gone back and watched were 6, 7, 8, and 20. So, I also have seen part of 19. So other than Obi's season, so like a mixed bag. But man, like even the TV version, I know that like going back and watching it on CBS, like I don't get to see the live feeds, like I'm missing a lot. But even the TV version is better than this. And it's not like, I think what's so like weird to me, having not like watched back in like in present time back then, is like the diary rooms. Like, why are they so fake now? Like, why are they like, I'm in it to win it, and like, well, like just get in there and like talk shit.
I know, they were so savage before. Like, I remember it was like the first one of the first episode of 7, and somebody was like, I don't know why Diane's here. I mean, she doesn't deserve to be here. Is she an all-star? I don't think so. And I'm like, I want that this season. Like,
I know, I want that too. And I'm just like, that's what's so weird to me. And so far, I do think it's a little bit boring. Like, if I wasn't doing this podcast or like the YouTube thing with them, like I would probably just watch Big Brother's updates. But now I'm invested and I have to know, like, I'm just praying for something better to happen every day, and it doesn't happen. But as for who I'm rooting for, I really like Tyler. We've met him. He and Angela, I really, really like. I think that he is a good person, and I also think he's one of the only people like actually trying to play. He's one of the only enjoyable people to watch, and so I'm thank him for that, for at least trying to do something. Obviously, Bailey is one of my draft picks. I really enjoy her. I like her a lot as a person, and I think she's doing really well too. Da'Vonne, I want her to do well. I'm worried that people are going to target her, so that worries me. And then also Ian. Ian is another that I really like. I want Ian to do well too. I think it's mainly the main people that everybody likes, except for Tyler. I know Tyler's a little bit of a controversial one on Twitter sometimes, but I like him, and I would be happy with him going far too.
Yeah, no, that's where I'm at too. Like, I went into this season, like, I respect Tyler as, you know, as a player and as a person, but like on his season, I was just kind of like, I wasn't a level 6 fan, so like you know, that was kind of the whole thing. But he's playing the best game, I think, and he's the only one with, you know, the strategic mind enough to be like, no, like, we need to do something. This isn't gonna work out. So I was kind of hoping for a Tyler HOH this week, honestly. Like, if it wasn't gonna be Bailey, I wanted it to be Tyler, or Da'Vonne or Bailey, then I wanted it to be Tyler.
Yeah, same as you. I'm okay with a Tyler HOH because I know he'll keep Bailey and Da'Vonne safe.
And I know he's going after Danny and Nicole.
Yeah,
100%. Some people are saying on Twitter. What does that say? Oh my God. Okay, so I came into this season and I was totally such a hater against Ian. I just found him super annoying, but now I'm like, my little BB.
Yeah.
How can you dislike him? I just feel like he's such a genuine person. You can just tell. So, yeah.
And when he was crying tonight, he was sitting there crying after talking to Kaysar. I was like, damn it. Like, this is so sad. I just want to protect him. But I think he's getting a better read, finally. Finally, I mean, it took all these people like a month and a half, but they're getting a better read, some of them. And
banner.
He's getting there. I'm so sad he was out first because he was ready to shake some things up. He was
That's why he was first.
So, and he was gonna do it. He would have knocked all of them out completely.
So, scared of him.
Okay, so like let's talk about the comp throwers because I think Cody threw it for sure.
Kevin threw it.
And
you think Cody threw?
Oh yeah, his one that he got out on. I don't remember what the question was, but it was like the answer was super obvious. Like it was one that like wasn't hard at all, and he like immediately pressed the opposite. I don't remember, but I think Cody threw it.
I definitely think that Kevin threw it, for sure, because I think he wanted to throw it to Ian, and then Ian got it wrong, and I was like, oh, there goes that.
Do any of you think that Ian threw it? I saw some people on Twitter saying they think Ian threw it, but I don't know.
I don't think Ian threw it. I think Kevin threw it to Ian, and Ian just got it wrong.
Yeah, I think Ian was probably just so nervous because he really wanted this HOH that the nerves got the best of him.
Yeah.
And the wrong answer, unfortunately. Somehow he knew we were all riding on this one moment. So.
Well, probably did, honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm ready for noms. Like.
I know. I mean, someone did say on Twitter, which I didn't know that Tyler and Christmas were like very close pair. Is what I was reading. Is what someone was saying.
Christmas
hoping it's
I think Christmas thinks that Tyler is her close pair. Tyler is a pair with everybody.
No, I mean, like, if she thinks that, then maybe
Then that's good.
Oh, that's good. Yes, because then Bailey and Davon won't go up.
Yeah, I feel like, but I also feel like she's not going to want to make waves. Even her stupid, freaking speech today, do whatever the HOH wants, her stupid jingle. It's so stupid.
She thinks that it's 19.
$500,000.
So she doesn't want to make waves. I am going to predict that she is going to put up David and Kevin.
I was going to say, if we're not making waves, it's not going to be Bay and Day because that's going to draw the line in the sand.
Yeah. I said Ian and Kevin, but
she's close with Ian. I don't think Ian goes up this week. Unless he volunteers as a pawn, which he's too smart to.
Oh my god, he would not.
No.
I'm pretty sure Ian's IQ is higher than David's.
But it's his credit higher. Is the question.
His credit
That's very important.
His big brother credit as a winner, absolutely.
Right? Like, do we really know? Like, obviously, David is just mastermind. He's just a puppeteer at this point, and I feel like he's very underrated. People are not like, what?
Or run for
keeping a straight face right now?
I don't know. Honestly, it's probably the wine.
Raven for her money. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, like Raven versus Dr. Will versus David.
Didn't Christmas absolutely hate Raven? Yes, like that was that was a bad rivalry. Like Christmas was mean.
I actually watched the clip the other day that was of Raven screaming at Jess, and she was like, "Yeah, you told me the other day in the HOH that Cody got a big dick," and I was just like, dying.
It's the barking for me. That's like where it got very strange. I said,
"Okay, why is that a bad thing?"
Let's calm down, Raven, sweet. What's going on?
It was a lot. 19 was a lot.
It was.
I don't know. This could have been Davon's first HOH.
I know it was. She was. Not to like keep going back to that, but it's like all I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Because
she got it in the bag. She won 3 of those rounds.
Yeah. But here's a question for you guys. What do y'all think the BB basement is? Like, any ideas or speculations? Do we know
what the power is?
Yeah.
No, because there's going to be 3 of them, and that's what I was going to say earlier, because I'm hoping that it happens prior to noms. But, like...
Didn't happen last time prior to noms? The last?
Yes, because it was...
the safety suite.
Yeah, it happened prior to noms.
But it's giving me like hacker vibes.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't want to get my hopes up because I don't know that it's going to be something like super powerful. Maybe it would be like a take somebody off or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. I don't know that much about like what these little twists normally have been, honestly.
Could be a diamond power veto.
I doubt they'll bring that back.
See, like, they totally did not do this season correctly. Like, they should have had a big thing, like a big twist or something nostalgic from every season along the way. Like, they totally messed up.
Like
I don't think they brainstormed the season, to be honest. Like, I don't think they talked about it at all. Like, what I'm envisioning is that you would normally have a brainstorm of the competitions, you know, the power talks, like what that would look like, the names of everything. They honestly probably got on Slack. They didn't even have a Zoom meeting about it. And they're like, okay, we're going to do an all-star season. Let's have David in here. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be great. And then people just did the 100 emoji on it and they called it a day. And it's just so terrible.
You know, we were talking about this last night. Like, I think James brought this up actually, but James Ryan, I think they need to have like people from Twitter, like that are like, you know, OGs that have watched this for years, like a, you know, a Taryn and a Mon, like someone like that come in and just advise. Just advise like what people want. I mean, like brands do that. They get like, you know, influencers and stuff like that to come in and, you know, let them know what the trend is. And like, I think they just need a little sparkle of something, just a little spritz of something in there. Because whoever, I don't know what's going on right now.
Well, they don't like us enough for that, though. That's the thing.
That's the problem.
Like, if they went to anybody, it would be Facebook.
Yeah, but like Amon tried out multiple times, and I feel like they'll never take someone from here. Like, they're never going to take someone from other Twitter. Like, apparently
he's too famous now. I mean, like, they're not gonna, anybody who like watches the show at all and like keeps up with it at all would know who he was and would immediately target him at this point, I feel like. So I don't think they would pick him.
Yeah, I mean, that means they would also have to be on Big Brother Twitter because, like, I don't feel like people that are not on know who he is. You know what I mean?
What are we talking about?
Amon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Amon and like Mel are like, so when I like first tweeted, I was not on Big Brother Twitter at all. I literally just tweeted last summer and I was like, hey, my boyfriend's on Big Brother, and I found like a hashtag and I was like, all right, I'll use this. And then they found me.
Adopted you.
Oh, we found you real quick. I remember you from like the very beginning and I was like, oh my God, his girlfriend's on here. Well, first of all, when he said hot girlfriend, we're like, we need to find out what she looks like.
I couldn't even tell you what the first ones were. I just remember that like I was glued to the TV like the day that the cast like came out. And so I was just watching and then I tweeted about like, hey, I've been keeping a secret, like whatever. And Ovi told me, he was like, the fandom is a little crazy, but like I had never gotten into it at all. He was like, the fandom is crazy. There's a lot of people. And so I was like, okay, I'll probably get like 100 new followers or something. Like, cool. And so then I get on after like watching his ET interview with Ica, and I've got like 100 people, and they've got like gone through like they've got my social security number, they've got my pictures from Instagram, they've got everything. And then so like my point in saying that is two of the people that stuck out to me a lot were Mel and Amon, and like I just would remember them consistently tweeting things, and so I was like, okay, these people know a lot about that. And so even like I was like a casual at that point, I recognized that they knew what they were talking about. And so I followed them because I was like, what are they going to say? I don't know.
Listen, one thing about Big Brother Twitter is that we will investigate till the very end.
We're better than the freaking FBI.
Everything about everyone.
Yeah.
They will find everything.
I was mind blown, truly. I was like, I did not expect this at all.
Did you see the theory? Like, I remember preseason, last season, we were like, oh, Obi went to the school, Jackson went to the school, they know each other. Because we were, like, so sure that it was going to be a duos twist. Like, we were so sure because Holly and Kat knew each other. Yeah, because Holly and Kat knew each other. And Jackson and Obi were linked. And then Christy and Tommy. Like, we were sure.
Oh my God.
You want to know what's so frustrating about that? So, like, I was working at Sephora while I was in college, and I remember I had to take off work for, like, because of, like, them coming down to film for him and everything and them taking him away, which was, like a week and a half before he went on the show, basically. Yeah. And so most of my coworkers knew that he was going on because I had to ask a million people to take my shift. Anyways, one of the girls was being nosy and she was like, hey, like, what was he filming? Like, what was that for? Like, what show is he going on? And I just told her because he was gone at that point. And I was like, they're not going to send it back, which they could have, but they were. Anyways, she was like, really? I know somebody who's going on that show too. And I was like,
oh no.
No, you don't. And she like showed me Jackson's pictures and she was like, I know him. He dated a girl that I know. And I was like, shit. And so at that point, Obi didn't have his phone or anything. I couldn't call him. I couldn't do anything. And so I knew he was going to be on the show. And so I started like researching him and everything. And I was like, man, I don't know if they're going to get along.
Oh my God, no.
Well, no, because like preseason we had found Jackson's mugshot and like his domestic and like
that wasn't her research. Listen, I
knew that too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I just gotta let you know that I picked Ovi to win the whole entire season last season. Like he was I was like, Ovi's, he got it. He's a fan.
I want him to play again so bad.
Why did they call David and not him? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I got some Twitter hate for defending Ovi a while ago, so I mean.
Yeah, there's gonna be people that dislike everybody, honestly. Like even the most loved whatever people have people that get on there and they're like, he's the worst. Like why? Why do people like him? So it is what it is. There's gonna be Ovi haters. But I appreciate that. He was my draft pick too, but it didn't go very
weird. I can't wait to vote for him for president.
I was like, oh, got this. Oh man.
And I remember one of his first, like, he set up those like email things. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he set up these like emails because he sent to me.
Yeah.
And I remember the first one was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, it's day whatever. He was like, hopefully I'm not on the block. I was like, damn it.
He was on the block.
No.
Yes, because he was on the first week. He was like, I'm sure there's no way I'm on the block right now or whatever. And I was like, damn it. But no, Ovi is so smart, and I think that's something that people don't realize sometimes is like how intelligent he is. And I think if he ever got a chance to play again, it would be a completely different story. But anyways.
Yeah.
Why did they call David and not him?
Because they've never casted enough black men to be on this show in the first place. Yeah. And so, problem number one.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're like, our brown quota is met.
Here's the thing, too, is like, I don't blame David for doing it. Like, why would you not take that money and go on there and do it? So, like, I don't love people like hating on him for that. Mm-hmm. It's like their fault. It's their fault that they didn't have enough people to choose from that have actually made it that far, and that they've cast people who specifically target like black men and black women so that they don't make it far. So, I mean, it's David's fault that he didn't study, but it's not his fault that he's like on there, I think.
Hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what.
Listen, from the beginning of the season, I was like, I just hope Ovi told him like what seasons to watch and all this stuff. And I was like, once Ovi comes on our show, I'm gonna yell at him and tell him, why didn't you tell him to watch 2 seasons? And then when he posted that tweet saying that he did, I was like, oh my God.
This is all
he did. He did. He researched. He laid out. Whatever. And so that's why I picked him in our little draft thing. I was like, he's going to do well, he studied, he had all of this, whatever, laid out in front of him. And I'm just like, damn it. Like, I should have picked Christmas. Like, that was like the few that were at the end. Like, I should have picked her at this point.
I'm curious, like, what David did instead.
He did sit-ups. I don't know. Like, what?
Have we updated our draft?
I have been updating my draft, and I gotta say, for me picking all the people I hate, I'm doing pretty well.
It worked out well. Who do you have?
I have
y'all's draft.
Okay.
Wait, you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up here. Hold on.
I have
Okay.
Memphis, Danny, Cody, and Christmas because I'm dumb.
I mean, it's working out.
I mean, it's working out for
I
you.
know. I hate them all.
I'm pretty much toast in this game.
Me too.
So.
Me too. I have Ian, David, Nicole, Anthony, Kaser, and Bailey.
Damn.
Okay, so here's our draft.
Okay.
So we haven't updated. Well, cause was this week 4?
Yeah, I just did it to 5. I just added Christmas's HOH.
Damn.
Make it larger so you can see the end.
Oh, so you did update.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I just exit out of it.
Oh, I forgot I have Enzo. I think he's playing such a good game.
Yeah, I
He is.
Very underrated.
I wish that I had known more about him when we did our draft, because like now I've gone back because I wanted to like see how he works and everything. But like if I had known more about him, I might have picked him. But I was like, Enzo, that's a interesting name. Nope.
Well, he won Most Improved Player, and he was on the same season as Rachel. So
He won America's Favorite Player?
I think so.
I thought,
Did
I thought Brittany won that
Brittany
season.
did. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
Top 3. He was top 3 though. I'm pretty sure.
I remember voting for Brittany like my life depended on it.
Sorry. He was a top 3 though. He was one.
Sure. People did love him a lot.
Yeah, I didn't. Cause
Look
they
at that.
screwed up. I hated the Brigade because I was a Brittany fan. Like,
Yeah. Look at me. 18 points. What do you know?
So you're killing it.
I have 4 points.
This is what happens when you pick the people that you know you're gonna do good, but you hate. There you go.
Honestly,
I had so much hope. I had so much hope in the underdogs, and
You too.
it's just not working out for me so far. It's okay though. I'm putting it all on Ian and Bailey. Ian and Bailey, that's where my money is.
too, and that's okay.
But I am the only person that still has all of their players, and I have Tyler. So
I lost Keisha and I'm still winning.
Damn.
yeah, but
I lost Janelle and Kaser.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't box out Janelle. But whatchamacallit? I got clowned in the beginning. Everyone told me, Amanda, you suck at picking your draft picks.
Hey, don't get too confident yet. There's still a game left to be played.
I hope one of them leaves.
Y'all, people told me that, and they were right. They were right.
Oh no.
Oh man.
So I mean, so that's where we sit right now.
Okay.
We left David as an unclaimed person because nobody picked him. And there's only 3 of us, so
We did that too. We did that with Christmas, and now I'm like, I should have picked her.
Yeah.
I really should have.
Look at that. She has a lot of points. Like I got a lot of points from her. From her.
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean-
she keeps winning things.
But she made herself on the block, so I got negative points because of that, because she's dumb.
It should be more negative points because she volunteered for it.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I agree. She's
Yeah. Like if
No,
I opened that house and someone said, I'm going to put myself on the block, I'd be like, if you feel that comfortable, I don't want to sit next to you the next time you're on the block. So you are going home.
right.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Self up as the Victoria, but the problem is that she literally spent the whole entire week complaining that Bailey felt comfortable in this house. Okay, what about you? You seem pretty damn comfortable yourself if you're putting yourself up as a pawn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just really over Christmas, her comments and her microaggressions, and now she's an HOH person, and I don't want to watch Beats this week. I have no idea how it's gonna go. I feel like it's gonna be horrible, but the dumbness in me is still trying to have some sliver of hope.
That's how I feel about Danny too. I was like so upset because Jessica and Kimmy both like were trying to snag her on our like draft thing first. I was like, damn man, I'm not gonna get anybody. And now I'm like, you can have her.
Yeah.
That was me. I love Danny prior, and now
I'm so glad I don't have her too. Yeah, because I think Amanda snatched her up.
Yeah, Amanda has her, and she's probably gonna go home.
that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh no, I don't have all of my people. I lost Nicole. I'm dumb.
Yeah, you.
I was thinking that, but I was like, it's okay. If it makes her feel better, she's having a rough night.
It just blended with the weak team total, and so yeah. No, I don't have. Yep, I don't have all my people.
I forgot she existed, to be honest.
I did too for a second. But I have. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty solid though. If like between Bailey, Tyler, and Ian.
Yeah, I think you have a good team. I think if your team knocks out my team, I'll be happy.
It's gonna be a sleeper team. Like we're gonna come in strong in the mid to end weeks.
I'm hoping for you because I hate my team.
Yeah, right. I don't want any of these people to win.
I don't want any of them to win. Stop doing good. Stop winning.
Oh,
yeah.
How good was Kaser's speech?
So good. It was so like he was so calm and he like got everything out. So like I would be frantic and I wouldn't be able to like actually say what I needed to say.
Yeah.
But he was just so calm and he got everything out. And I saw some faces that did not like it too much.
I don't know if you guys saw Kevin's face, but the whole thing
Yes.
it was just so funny.
Kevin was like,
yeah, that's his face.
He does his face all the time. Like
Tyler did his like eyes. I think because his name did get said, right? He doesn't like it when his name gets said. So
yeah,
he freaks out when he gets called out. But I feel like he would be the easiest to diffuse everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he knows
he was the only one that could. Like Tyler, I've been so amazed because like I said, I went back and watched BB20 and obviously like, you know, you don't really get to see live feeds and everything, but on these live feeds, like I've just been so impressed. Like he is so smooth, like with everything. He doesn't mess up. Like these other people will like, you know, they'll be like, damn, like I shouldn't have said that, whatever. And like Tyler, it's so like pre-calculated. He's like 2 steps ahead. I'm just like, I'm impressed, honestly.
Yeah. And that's my favorite kind of player. Like, that's why I love Dan so much, because he always had everything mapped out in his mind of how he wanted the week to go and what he needed to do to make it happen. And I, you know, as much as Derek tried, I think that Tyler is much closer to having that type of strategic mind than anybody else. Like, that's...
Agreed.
It's just something about the way that he talks, the way that he just exudes. Just I don't know. It's just something about him that just makes you feel so comfortable. Even when he's in such a disastrous position in this game, he's put himself in a lot of dangerous territories. You know, having multiple final twos, the whole David situation, and he was able to turn it upside down really well. So I mean, I totally agree. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I think he's one of the only guys too, like from what I've seen, that like he, Enzo, like some of those, he's one of the only guys too that I feel like he can connect with the women very well too and not like make them feel weird. Like I think he does that really well. Like I watch him and I don't like, I mean, obviously he's in a very loving relationship, but like I don't ever get the vibe that like they're uncomfortable or they like feel weirded out by him or like anything like that. Whereas like, we got David, we got some others that like that kind of vibe happens sometimes. I think he does so well with just everybody. It's so impressive.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. He's the guy that could hold your drink at a party. Like he's somebody that's gonna make you feel comfortable enough and actually follow through with that.
He's very trustworthy, and he's very good at like making everyone think that he is their number one.
Yeah,
like that they're his number one.
Yes, and that's super important, and he's doing it well, and I think that he's doing it better than he did on 20, because on 20 people were catching on to it and like it didn't really affect him that much still, but like people still knew, and that's how that line got drawn. And he's doing a really good job of, he's made all of these final twos, and what I could honestly see happening is all of these people that Tyler trusts don't necessarily trust each other right now, but I could see Tyler pulling in a new core, like you know, like maybe him, Enzo, Ian,
Bailey.
Honestly, that's my dream team.
Yeah, like I could honestly see that team happening. Potentially Christmas, like they could pull that together this week while Christmas is HOH. Like,
is Kevin gonna keep just sliding by? Like,
that's what Kevin does.
This is what he did on his season 2.
But I just feel like he shouldn't even go to jury. Like, I would worry about him in jury and David in jury. As a voter, absolutely not.
No. Even as a voter, I'm scared.
Him and Kevin, I just feel like they come to jury house so much that they have to go immediately ASAP. They would be my top priority.
David would be like, well, you know, the moon is aligned today in this direction, so I have to vote this way. It doesn't matter how I feel. I've been called. Like, just some bullshit.
The credit has checked out.
Oh my gosh.
God, it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, like when he was voting, I was just like, what is going through this guy's mind right now? Like, there is something, because he had a little giggle. He had a little, like...
He does that, and he always does this. He's like, bye.
He had a little giggle. He was doing something in his mind, and I was like, oh God, what is he thinking? Because I could question. Does anyone even remember why they were in the jury house? Like, what's the...
That's gonna be David and Kevin.
Yeah.
Just a mess.
Oh my God. See, like, Kevin is the floater that's really good at floating. And, like, Janelle was even saying, like, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that game because it's such an easy game to do.
Mm-hmm.
In the fact that, like, you're not giving your allegiance to anybody.
Yeah.
And you're not fighting. You're not fighting like every single week.
Yeah, you're not anyone's target.
And
like
people
you're
allow it.
True.
That's the thing. Is let people allow it. So
yeah.
And I don't know. I don't see that working too long, but like he's gonna go deep. He's not gonna win though. I don't think.
No,
I don't see him winning.
He will not win, and I think it would be a travesty if they voted for him. And
I don't think they would. Like,
yeah.
I don't see them voting for him.
No.
What if it's David and Kevin in the final?
I mean, it would be fitting for such a boring season. Honestly, it really would.
But also, we would
I'd vote
finally
for
have a black winner.
I'd vote for David. Yeah, no matter what. But like, I would vote for David in that instance.
I mean,
can we just have Bailey and Devon? Like, can we just have Bailey and Devon?
Like the thought of
We
like Kevin and David in final two. I would rather cook rice one particle at a time, y'all. There's like nothing worse. It's horrible.
There's Asha's quote of the day.
Yeah,
I would love a Davon and Bailey final two, but we never get what we want.
No.
So if we manifest something that we don't want, maybe we'll get something that we do want.
You know what? I don't want Bailey or Tyler or Devon at the end. I really don't. Yeah. I don't want to see it.
Horrible.
Rob has already been trying this, but it didn't work today. He said Franny for HOH.
I saw his reverse colored.
I mean, technically that didn't happen, so maybe it did work.
Someone did call Christmas winning HOH though, so we should.
I remember that. I do remember seeing that. Like, get ready for an HOH or a Christmas HOH this week.
It was Ray, and I told her this. It's for you're to blame, and anything that she says now is I'm gonna take it.
It was who?
Ray.
Oh, yep. You're right.
My middle name twin. Or is this her first name?
I always thought it was her first name. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's my middle name.
But yeah, I don't know.
Just
technically it worked. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, technically Nicole Ranzel isn't HOH.
I'm so glad she got out early. That was pretty smart on Ian's part, right?
The fact that Ian put Nicole. He drew a line.
He did.
That's what I mean. There was
like, why did you pick me?
I think Ian can play it off though.
Yeah, I agree.
It's Kevin, sorry.
Yeah.
I think Ian can play it off. I think he can talk to her and be like, you know what, like there were too many people closing in on us, like realizing like how close we really are. Like that's the only reason. And like I knew that whoever went up there wouldn't put you up.
Well, it was Kevin.
So.
It was Kevin because Ian went out first. Remember, like that. Yeah. So it was Kevin that picked Nicole and Cody.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
you're
he
right.
played it off, and he even said that he was going to do it because they knew it was a knockout earlier in the day. And he even said this morning. He was like, "Well, if it's knockout," he was like, "I'm just gonna." Him and Ian were talking about it. Just like act all flustered, like you don't know what's going on. And just be like, Nicole Cody. And that's exactly what he did. And which is
all the time. I'm so glad they talked about that because I was watching that and I was like, Kevin, just pick somebody.
Yeah. No, they talked about it.
Kevin is live.
I know, Julie. She was like, we're on live TV. He was like, oh, yeah. Sorry. But no, I don't know. I think that Christmas is going to end up doing what Enzo wants. And I'm hoping.
So you think that he's going to go after Danny? Because I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think she'll go after Danny. I truly think that Christmas does not have a backbone. I think that she's going to go after Bailey and Davon 100%. Hands down, no doubt about it. I don't think there's any convincing. She's going to be like, I'm loyal. She's going to be like, I'm a comp beast. I got to be loyal, blah, blah, blah. It's like, we don't care. That's what she's going to do, right? It's like, I don't even want to kid myself into thinking of an alternative thing that she'll do. It's not an app.
Again, I'm delusional all the time.
I just can't get over. I was like watching the show, right? Watching them pick people. And you know what? Tyler and Christmas were just sitting pretty on that couch. And I was like, why has no one picked Christmas or Tyler? Like, what's happening here? Why are we not picking Christmas?
Because everybody thinks that they have her. Even Janelle and Kaser thought that they had Christmas. Everybody thinks that Christmas is in their pocket. I don't know who Christmas's true allegiance is.
I don't either.
Her foot.
I think it's Nicole. God, I think it's Nicole and Danny.
I hope not.
And Enzo. I think she does have allegiance to Enzo in like some form, but I don't know that she is like bold enough to break off of that like original group. I don't know.
But so like we've been, there's been a lot of talks about going after Danny this week though. Has Christmas been a part of any of those?
I don't think so.
That might bite them in the ass because they didn't pull her in sooner.
Right. Because even Cody was in on it.
Yeah, I think he's kind of softened the other way about it though, because he can see now that with his name getting thrown out that he's grouped in with Nicole and Danny. So if it goes against, if it goes against Nicole and Danny, it'll probably go against him too. So I don't know if he's gonna.
Yeah, she's up Davon and Bailey.
Can we talk about something good though?
We're not good about this.
Can we talk about Hannah's podcast?
Yes.
With and Jessica, Girl Let's Agree to Disagree. We know you have to go soon. So just tell us a little bit about that. That's something good. It's positive, all women.
Yes, it is something good. It actually formed very recently, honestly. I think we decided to do it about 2 weeks before it actually happened. And we were just like, you know what? There's 3 of us. We all 3 have very different backgrounds. We all 3 have very different perspective or from 3 different areas of the country and different ages. I mean, I'm 22. So a lot of times I think that people, I don't really know how old people think I am, but I've seen people on Twitter sometimes be like, what? She's 22? But yeah, I'm a child. But anyways, so we all have very different perspectives. And I think that's been something that's been really good with it is that we all have different things to bring there. And so, yeah, we started that up and it's been going really well. If you guys aren't subscribed to it, go on to YouTube. We're trying to hit 3K. We're almost there.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you. But yeah, it's been going really well. They are 2 amazing individuals who are so intelligent, and I feel like I learned so much from both of them. So it's been a great ride so far, and we're just getting started. So we're also gonna do like Bachelor and other things too. So that's exciting. Which is like, Bachelor is where my heart truly lies. Like that's what I grew up watching, but I've like been roped into this too. So
Understandable.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, we've had all three of you on now, and we're so excited because we absolutely adore Jess and Kemi. And then like we said, BB Twitter adopted you. You're one of us now. So
I feel it so much, and it's so funny because occasionally I'll get like random things. Like we get them sometimes on our like on our YouTube, and they'll be like, "Who's Hannah? Like, why is she commenting on this?" And I'm like, you don't have to play to comment on this. Like at this point, I feel like I can be considered like a super fan. I watch all this. I'm glued to my phone every day watching this. So yes, I definitely feel 100%. I definitely feel welcomed into it at this point. So
well, good. Yeah. No, and we talked to Jess and Kemi too, because that was our thing too, is like there wasn't a lot of, women talking about Big Brother or, just reality TV and stuff like that. It's people that we like and people that we respect and everything, but they're all dudes. So we wanted, we wanted a female perspective. So that's literally our idea, spawned on like a Friday, and our first stream was on Sunday. Like, that's how fast it was. Like,
oh my God, that's like even quicker than ours. Ours was like a week after. And I remember like in that process seeing people talking about yours, and I was like, oh shit, somebody else thought about it too. I was like, this is great. Like even more.
Yes. Yep.
So it's like even more women, like more perspectives talking about it, and so like it's great. And I was like, this is so funny. Of course, like we were having like our graphic made and everything, and I saw that, and I was like, oh my God, finally somebody else.
Yes. We're super excited that you guys are out there, and like Jess said, that you guys give kind of an inside perspective to it, and then we have like the fan perspective, and we're just super glad that women are being heard on the platform. So we are big fans. So
yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. Anytime, I like still feel like such a fangirl. So whenever people like invite me on, I'm like, oh, thank you.
You were definitely one of the first people we thought of, for sure.
You were like in our first round of people that we reached out to.
Yeah.
The first draft. Thank you.
Yeah. We also talked to Kemi and Jess about this, that we were thinking about doing a big collab, all 6 of us.
Yes.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun.
Yeah. That's what we were thinking. I mean, and we can figure that all out. But yeah, I think that'd be super fun, and just like all ladies talking about everything. But yeah, I mean, there's not like a ton more to talk about like this week. Like,
mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, now we have to get Ovi to set a date so he can come on.
Yeah, we have to schedule him yet. So get on.
I'll tell him to. We're both like notoriously bad at responding to things. Like I will see something and be like, oh, I responded to that, and then I'll look at it. Like even like we don't text. Like he and I don't text at all. Like if we're not with each other. And so like I just don't text really that much. And so like it's same thing with messages and emails. Like emails are the death of me, honestly. But so I will go and remind him in person that he needs to schedule a time with you all, because I know he loves the show and would love to come on. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
So before we say goodnight, just to remind everybody, we are sponsored by our good friends at Garden Level Candles. If you need any candles or wax melt, they're all handmade, hand poured. And there's actually a link in our About section on Twitch. So definitely go order some of those. That helps us support the stream. So we super appreciate that, and they smell amazing. So you will not be disappointed. And he ships super fast too. Like when people started ordering from us, literally like they ordered them at like 10 p.m. and then the next day at like 10 a.m. they were shipped. So super great service. Definitely do that. It's an Etsy store. And they're all hand poured soy candles. So
we love small business.
Yes, absolutely.
Right in the Nebraska.
Yeah, from Nebraska. Yep, that's where I'm at. Oh, we were supposed to comment on Hannah's accent. Get me to.
I honestly didn't hear it.
I
It,
did.
it sounds very southern.
Was that Kemi? That was
That was
Kemi.
Kemi. Yep.
Kemi said something about your accent, and I honestly don't hear it. But I've like seen
you.
I follow you on Instagram and stuff. So, like I've seen your videos. Honestly,
Maybe you're used to it now.
your wisdom teeth video has to be my favorite one.
Oh my god. I was like, you know what? Other people like talk about like gibberish, and I was so excited too. I was like, Ovi, I want you to video me. I want to know what I say, and I thought it would be something like really funny. And he gives it back to me, and I watched it the next day, and I'm like, what the hell? Why was I worried about this?
It's amazing. I love it.
Really, did they win?
It's okay. Now I'm like my current obsession since like until things pick up in the house is Vampire Diaries. And so if this would have
talk to
happened
you about this.
oh my god. I just finished one today.
You gotta come on next time.
I'm a big Vampire Diaries fan, but you have to watch like the originals and Legacy afterwards because like you just have to. There's just no way you can like stop.
I can't.
Oh, I will.
I have watched Vampire Diaries through start to finish more times than I've watched any other show.
Oh,
I have
really?
watched it. I have watched it because I was watching it when it was live. Like I didn't come in on Netflix after. Like I was there since like I think I got into it in season 2. I rewatched every single season before it started, and then I've also watched it on Netflix several times. Like I think I've probably seen it about 15 or 20 times.
I just never got like I never even tried. It wasn't that I couldn't get into it. Like I am not one of those that like hates on, you know, like the typical teenage girl shows. Like I love Gossip Girl. I loved Awkward on MTV. Like all of those were like my faves. And I just never even thought about it. It just never even crossed my mind. And one of my friends this weekend, I went to go visit her, and she was watching it while we were getting ready, and I was like, this sounds kind of good. And then I like got on Vampire Diaries side of TikTok without even like meaning to, and I was like, shit, I gotta watch this.
It's so good.
all of the edits of Damon like dancing, I was like, I gotta watch this.
It's so good.
And seeing Stefan shirtless is just like the most beautiful thing that's ever graced my screen. And like,
Or Tyler.
you know, okay, so I'm a very big fan of Vampire Diaries. So I used to, when I was like, I guess it started when I was in high school because I graduated in 2009. So it was like at the end of high school into college, and I used to read this fan fiction. I used to read a Vampire Diaries fan fiction, and it was amazing.
It's okay. I used to watch, me and my friends would read this fan fiction at our lunch table, and it was called After, and it was like the ones they made into a movie now. Yeah, they made it into a movie.
I don't want to say
we would like
don't go on and on, but yes, I've seen it.
I've seen it.
We religiously read that, like, as it would come out, and I would read like Harry Styles fan fiction about like being kidnapped by him and like the mafia. And it's just like
Not kidnapped.
God.
I'd be so sad. I'd be like, why did my parents sell me to the mafia? Mafia.
Why is Rob asking us if everything is okay?
Because of the Wattpad shit. People, they don't understand it.
Yeah. I was into vampire Wattpad fan fiction. That's what I did. I read a lot of them, not just Vampire Diaries.
I love the Vampire Diaries. I could talk about it forever. I should start a Vampire Diaries podcast.
We should.
I feel like it's past that time.
Honestly,
I feel like
that's how I feel.
I'm here for it.
I watched so many random things. Like I would get on, what was it called? Did you guys ever get on? It was called like Creepy Pasta, and it would be like all of these like scary story like fan fictions, and I would read those too.
No.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, we had a lot of weird phases, but.
Yeah.
But ladies, I am about to have to go. My dog is like scratching at the door to go outside.
Yeah. No, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and say goodnight for the night. Thank you so much again for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
Y'all were so easy to talk to and so much fun. I appreciate it.
Well, good. Thank you so much. All right.
We'll
good
talk
night,
to
guys.
Vampire Diaries more.